Okay, my name is Emily Hallam, and this is the video response for the probability video. So it's asking how many people in Honolulu are from or born in Hawaii instead of Hawaii. And so they had two different ways of going about this. The first way was that they would send in the mail, they would send a survey to every household in Honolulu and ask whether or not they were born in Hawaii or not. And then they provide them with an envelope, a pre-addressed envelope, and everything that they need to just send it directly back to the company doing the survey. Now this is a good example of sampling. It covers a large population. It covers the whole population of the group that they're looking for. So essentially, I think it'd be a really good option. However, not everyone will answer, which would not make it not very valid. To an extent, it could be valid, but if not everyone answers, then they're kind of creating their own random sample. It's good because it's convenient for the person that they're taking the survey for. If they have time to answer, they can do it in their own time. There's no, they don't have to answer right away. They can take the time doing it, and then they have the pre-addressed envelope they can just send right in, so it's very convenient. And then I think that's just the downside would that be not everyone would answer. Another downside is that it doesn't cover exactly the entire population, because it said they would send it to every household, but it makes me wonder about the people that are residing in apartments or condos or apartments behind households, or specifically dorms. There's a large population of students living in Honolulu that would also need to be a part of that survey, but they would not be receiving the letter in the mail. Unless they would. It sounded like it was just going to be going to the households. I wasn't imagining it was going to the dorms. And then the second option that they had was looking through, they had all the phone numbers, the phone book, and then they were going to randomly go through and pick numbers to call and ask if they, ask the question if they were born in Hawaii or not. Now this is a perfect example of simple random sampling, but I don't think it's very valid because not everyone is going to answer. It said that if people didn't answer, they would have the option of calling back another time, but even if you give people that option, a lot of the time, people just aren't very good at communicating through telephone, or just communication in general, and you can't guarantee that they're all going to answer, and if they don't, then it's not valid. Another reason I thought this was a bad way of going about it is because not everyone has a phone. They might have the whole phone book there, but not every household has a phone. And especially in today's world when we all have cell phones and other ways of communication, we don't all have a house phone. And so it's not a good way of looking at a whole population of all of the residents living in Honolulu, because it's narrowing it down to a subdivision of just people that have household phones. So that was my intake on the two options, and that's the video. Mahalo.